Hi guys, and welcome to another video. If you are struggling to choose a niche for your AI agency or any other type of agency, this is the right video for you, because this video will be slightly different from any other video that you see about choosing a niche, because we actually take a slightly different approach comparing to other people, and maybe this can be the solution if you are struggling to choose your niche and offers as well. This video in particular will be just about the choosing the niche part, and then we'll have other videos about offering and so on. If you don't know me, my name is Rui. I'm one of the founders of the AI Break newsletter. We have more than 80,000 subscribers, and we also sell automations and AI for companies. We also do AI teaching. So this is basically from our experience, like for our struggles as well, all these different videos that we'll be releasing right now about creating an AI agency, how to start selling automations and AI, even just like as a freelancer or like a side project. This is basically based on our experience and what we see online. So that's why, and let's go, and you can see here on my screen, I already have a little bit of the difference that we actually take when it's choosing a niche. Because the main problem, and I think you probably be related to it, is that most of the people and most of the gurus out there, they just say, hey, just choose one niche, choose one offer, go stick with it for a year, and then you'll be fine. The main issue is right now is that what if the niche is not the correct one, or what if the niche is too saturated or too competitive? It's also depending on what is the journey of the person. If you are just starting out, so it's really difficult when you have someone that makes 100K a month telling you, hey, just niche down. I niche down to like a dentist AI agency. I sell these. I make millions of dollars. Yes, but when you started, did you just choose right away? So we actually have a different slightly approach. Again, guys, don't make a mistake. I still believe that one niche, one offer is the way to go, because if you want to scale, you need to just sell the same thing over and over again. So I think that's pretty basic point and fair point to any agency that you see successfully. They only have most of the times one niche and one offer. The main problem with that is how can you reach that that diamond, like that last step. And that's what our approach is different when you are starting out, which is what we call it the multiple niche testing based on data. So instead of just choosing one niche, and just choosing one offer and go like month after month, like trying to break the wall and try to pitch people, and people say no, and you're just frustrating, and then you give up. What we do is like we actually choose a niche based on the data that we see. So based on positive replies, based on book meetings, based on what is the feedback from companies that we talk to. And then we started slowly cutting. So basically what we do is the same thing that people do on the drop shipping methods, where people have those like drop shipping e-commerce stores, and basically what they do is like they take 10 products, they run ads, and they just like starting cutting, this doesn't work until they find a really good product that have like 10 times return of investment, and they just put money into it and they make a lot of money. So basically what we do on niching is pretty similar to that. So basically what we do, again, we don't choose based on passion, because that's what a lot of people say. It's just like, yeah, if you love something like a niche, just go after it. If for example you understand a niche, go after it. If you have some knowledge about the niche, or you do a lot of research about the niche, go after it. What we actually technically do is we like to just first test it out and just try to see what it picks or what grabs the fish, basically. We just send like the hook to the water, and we try to see which fish grabs first, okay? And as you can see here, the one niche, one offer is what I put it here on the little presentation. Just is actually the end goal. That's what we want to go, is one niche, one offer, but it's not the best way to start. If you stick to a bad niche, that will be months of frustration. Then you give up and you think that AI agency space is too saturated, a lot of garbage, and you just give up and try other stuff or go for a 9-to-5 job. And niching is good after having data to support that. So you need data to support, okay? And as you can see here, our side, what we say is that we test different niches and offers at once. And basically what we do, and we will use a spreadsheet like this, and again you can see it down below as well, but basically what we do is just a slightly similar spreadsheet like this one here, which is basically we have two phases. We have the niche selection and phase number 2, and basically what we just do is we just test a bunch of niche locations, offers, and prices, and we start putting out everything that we got until the positive reply. So the first goal, guys, is to actually get people interested, like people raising the hand, like, I want to know more. If you cannot do that, it doesn't matter how much book calls you have, how much meetings people actually know show. If you don't have people like raising the hand for your offer, then you have an offer problem or you have a targeting problem. Okay, so that's point number one. And as you are a beginner, as most of people are watching this video, you don't know. So what is the best niche? What's the best offer? You need to test it. Okay, so that's what we do here on this kind of spreadsheet, is that we just launch a bunch of campaigns, and I'll show you that we use email outreach to do it. You can use a lot of different things. You don't have to do email. You can do ads. You can just send message on Facebook. Wherever the outreach you want is valuable for any other outreach, okay? But basically what we do is that we create target campaigns with a target offer, and the price, it depends. We can test with a price or without a price, but basically our goal is just to send a similar number of each outreach to any different type, normally like 200 emails or 300 emails, and then compare the replies and the positive replies. And then what we do is start doing like what we call Darwin selection, which is maybe is basically removing the bad and just keeping the good ones, okay? And when what happens is that the second phase, which is we pick up the best ones. Normally, like for example, we can say, okay, we have 3 positive replies and above, they are good. If there are 5 positive replies or above, they are good, depending on the niches, of course. Some niches and on the offers, like if it's like a free trial offer or something, it will be slightly have higher positive replies. So you need to compare. That's why we have this table here. You need to compare a little bit the offers, the prices, and basically just grab all the data that you can, okay? And after, as I said, normally like 200, 300 emails, what we do is that we now push all these to the second phase, which are what are the best. So it's this one and this one here. And again, this is just dummy data. I will explain in a second, but I'll just pass the top 2, and then you start doing the second phase, which is, okay, I have positive replies, how many I can book, how many actually show up. When I talk to the clients or to the leads, what is their feedback? Are they okay with the prices? Maybe I need to change the trials. And then I have some notes here on the back. But basically the main goal, guys, to create, like I'll say, a linear automated agency per se, is just going and fill out all of these columns with the correct data. So you can take smart decisions on to run, because if you can just select all of this data, then it's really easy, guys. You can just maybe put money on ads. You can just hire someone to run that company for you, because you know exactly how much book meetings you have, how much cost per lead, how much cost per meeting, or how is your return on investment. So you just need to go and grab it. The only difference here from our take is that you do it in 2 phases. You first need to select a niche or a market and an offer, and then you go more in depth. And now, for example, I can maybe go a little bit all in for like 6 months on these 2 offers, because I know that they were the best. So at least I have some data to back up my decision on going further for 6 months, 12 months, right? Because I actually made some tests, and these were the top 2 by the offer and by the location, by the price whatsoever, okay? So that's how we do it, guys. We do it basically comparing niches and comparing offers, and even comparing location, because that's really important, guys. Some offers right now are too saturated on the US. On the UK, they are still pretty clean, so you can get more positive replies and make a lot of money on the UK, or another country like America Latina, for example, Brazil, Dubai, whatever you want. But mainly just changing a little tweak on any of these filters like location, you can actually make money. And you need to test that, right? Because maybe this one, it doesn't work, but marketing agency in the UK may work really well. Okay, so that's why we take some time on the beginning to do all of this testing, test location, change offer, and then we put all of these, and then we make decisions. Okay, and as you can see here, this is an example. You can grab this spreadsheet down below. But basically what we do, as I said, we just put here some niches that we think. We do some research about the niche. So you can go to school communities, you can go to Reddit, you can go to even Google News, or even ChatGPT and ask like, what are the pain points of a marketing agency, and just go to YouTube and see what are people selling right now. Is AI voice agents, is content creation. So that's like the offer part, okay? I'm not talking just about the offer, it will be another video for that, but you do some research first, and then you put like 3 or 4 here, like 3 niches, location, and offer, okay? You don't need to put right away the price, you can figure out the price when you talk to people, but I put it here already. And then the most important thing, guys, that I will tell you is you need to learn how to do outreach. So it doesn't matter the niche, it doesn't matter offer. If there is one thing that you can take from this video is that before you scare out about the offer, like you freak out about the target and the niche, or what niche should I choose, you need to know what we will do to outreach to those leads. It doesn't matter the niche, it doesn't matter the offer, you need to know how to do it. And it can be email, again, it can be ads. You can do something like really simple like this. This is just an ad that we run on Facebook, boom, get a unlimited commercial cleaning quote. We even put the price there. We just ran it $100 and we just saw how many people will fill out the form. So it can be as simple as this, but you need to choose an outreach method, okay? Again, there is several on YouTube. You can actually watch some of them on our skill community as well, but you need to choose it. The one that we choose is we use instantly. And again, we do automation, so we can actually know how to scrape leads and to create personalizations with AI. So we use email to do testings, okay? But as I said, if you don't know anything about outreach, you can just simply say, I will send 50 messages on Facebook for each example, and you can do it manually if you have the time, okay? If you don't have the time, you can just maybe run ads and maybe, for example, run $100 for each niche, or 50. I'll say 50 is a little bit low depending on the location. So I'll say $100 or $200 for just a Facebook lead form, super simple with an offer. Even you can put it the price and see what people fill out, how much it costs you per lead. So ads, again, you have to spend money, of course, but that's the thing, guys. You need to choose a method of outreach before even thinking about niching or offer. So if you don't know how to outreach, go check some videos on YouTube, check our community down below. If you're not on our community watching this video, we have some methods, again, for email, LinkedIn outreach, Instagram outreach. Just go on YouTube, basically, and you can learn pretty quickly, okay? In an afternoon, you can actually know how to set up a pretty basic outreach, okay? And then what you can do is exactly what we have here on the screen, is that we test a bunch of different offers. And as you can see, I just put test to run, and boom, we just run all this. And as you can see here, guys, pretty fast, I can see that this one here, companies using Beehive, that was an offer for newsletters that we run, was the best one. Was 97 replies, 14 positive. So 14 people actually raised their hand. And this one here, cold email for SaaS, 6 people raised their hand. So as you can see, there was other 3 that was 0. So imagine this, imagine that the guru tell you need to focus on LinkedIn content for startups. He gave us 0 positive replies. So I will stick for 6 months in an offer that it doesn't work at all, when there is another ones that actually work pretty well, right? So that's why it's important, guys, to test different things. The same thing as Facebook ads and Google ads. You need to test different creatives in order to see. And sometimes the ugliest one is the one that works the best, okay? So that's really, really important. So that's why we did it, guys. We ran the offer, pretty simple. We made 2 or 3 variations. I will not go super in depth on outreach, but basically we just run it. And again, if we put it on our spreadsheet, these 2 will won, and then we'll pass to the second phase, which is, okay, now these 2 won, let's talk to prospects, let's create some offers, see actually how to deliver the service, which is really important. But now we gather feedback on 2 things that we know that people raise the hand and they are really keen to learn more, okay? And this phase can take 2 days, can take even a month if you need it, okay? But please remember, guys, if you are super confused in the beginning, I cannot find a niche, I cannot choose a niche, which is, you know how to choose a niche, everybody tells you on YouTube, but it's really difficult, like, yeah, I'll go to this one if you don't have the data. So it's okay, guys. First of all, it's totally fine if you are lost. A lot of people is lost, and we even sometimes are lost on some new offers, and we do these and we just go based on data, okay? So always test, always look for an outreach method. And again, as I told you, it can be pretty simple as I will send 50 messages on Facebook or on Instagram for restaurants. I will send 50 messages for hair salons or for SaaS companies on LinkedIn, whatever you want. Just grab a spreadsheet like this, or you can grab it below and just start filling out, okay? And that's pretty much it, how we do it, guys. That's how we niche select. Again, I will not say that oh, you need to choose this one, or there's, of course, there's a couple of niches now that are saturated, like gyms, real estate, and so on. But if you tweak your offer, then you maybe can compete with others. So that's two different things. A lot of people mistake, which is, oh, I have this offer and this niche is not saturated, so it's work. No, actually, you have to be the combination between the niche and the offer to actually work, right? And in this case, you just test a bunch of niche and a bunch of offers until you find a good combination. You can even tweak it. Of course, you are just starting out, then with the feedback of the first client or the second client, you're starting tweaking the offer, but at least you know that people are raising their hand, because that's the most difficult thing I will say when you are starting, which is people raising their hand, that they are slightly interested in what you have to offer, right? And if you just go and jump in one niche like real estate and you do cold email for sellers or whatever, and there is too much competition, you didn't do a lot of research, so you are not like, you don't have like 5 years of experience in there, you can be crushed by other companies, and then, but you don't know, like there is no data, you just send like 200 emails, nobody replies to it, and you'll be like, oh, this doesn't work, I'll just close and move on, and maybe I'll go and work for a 9 to 7 job, right? And it's not the case, guys. Sometimes it's just a slightly different angle of the offer, slightly different niche, and you can even be more specific. You can niche down inside of a niche. You can just do a specific thing like reviews on Google, automated Google reviews for dentists, for example, in a specific area. Again, you can just do other locations than the US, which is super competitive. So it's not just the niche itself, you can even go deeper and deeper on offers and niches, but this is the way to actually, for us at least, to test it out. So I can be crazy on this, like I can be super specific on a type of niche of a company, super specific on a location, super specific on an offer, and I just test it out and see if someone raised the hand. Okay, guys? And here is just the difference I told. Again, this is the main goal, and the end goal is to have one niche, one offer, okay? Because you don't want to then ending up just doing a lot of different things for a lot of different niches. So to finalize, what if, and that's a question that we have, what if, I got some 2-3 niches that raise the end? So what we normally do, guys, again, this is more for testing it out. We still jump on the calls to talk with people. We try then to figure out, like, the main key after people raise their hand is just that you need to be able to automate or scale it up and systemize the product, like a product, okay? You don't want to do too much custom thing. You don't jump on a call like, oh yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, for you, I can do that. Like, don't do that. Always jump on the call knowing that I will just do this for this type of client. If they say something like, after that, I'll say no, but you still get the data. Like if a lot of people ask you for something that you don't offer, okay, maybe I need to tweak the offer. But the main goal when you jump on the call is still researching. You are still not selecting a niche. You are jumping in on calls to actually know what you can deliver, what is the prices, what is the feedback, okay? And you can always end some of the call, like you can go and move forward if you have the time, if you know how to, and that's another video. Like if you want to just hire someone to do the job, you can do it, and you can start doing like 1 to 3 niches at a time. Totally fine, guys. But what we normally do is like what we call the waiting list method. So basically what we do is like, okay, we will send you some information to the clients, and imagine that you have like 2-3 niches that are interested. Then what Luis and I do is like, we like see, okay, we can do this pretty fast. We like this one to have like a higher price, and then we choose like 1 or at least maximum 2, and then the other ones, what we just send an email after saying, hey guys, sorry, we have a lot of demand right now. We are just putting your information to a waiting list, and as soon as we have a new slot open, we will send you an email. So you don't kind of lose the lead. You can just put it on a CRM or in a Google spreadsheet, and you don't lose that niche. Imagine that you are testing the niche you selected and it doesn't work, or you don't like people, like talk to those type of people. You can just go back and send an email. Hey, we talked like a month ago. I put it on our waiting list because you wanted these, and these, and we are now opening a new slot because we're super busy. But now we can actually help you out and just make you more money, whatever it is. But you can use the waiting list method to just like, yes, not right now, we cannot just accept it, but here you'll be on our waiting list and we'll be contacted soon. So in that case, you don't lose the lead, but at the same time, you just don't say yes to everyone, and that will be like a mess again. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoy our niche video. Again, that will be launching more videos about AI kind of agency and offers and how actually to sell AI and automation. So if you like this video and if you're watching on YouTube or wherever, just click on the like button. If you're watching inside of our community, will be more resources down below, and the spreadsheets, all this stuff here will be down on our skill community. So check it out. We have a lot of videos, a lot of automations pre-built that you can just go and sell them. So if you are watching, you can just click on the link below, go to our school community and check those videos. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.